Hey y'all, I'm back. Lord God, I thank you for this food I'm about to receive. Sanctify and purify it in my body in Jesus' name. I pray again. Lord, bless it and stretch it. Honey, on the other side is great. I love toast on top of the stove. And I made me a breakfast bowl. I made me a breakfast bowl. You know what? I probably should have took one of those pills before I ate. I'll take it. Jean P. Collins is sounding in the building. Kim Woods in the building. Nephew Rodney in the building. Come on in here. Y'all can fix your own food. How we done cook. We gonna talk about some stuff. If you in California, I'm on time for breakfast. Mother Pearl Brown, Mother Shirley Jacob, Ayana, and 1 o'clock. Hi, Gina Suber. What's up, Sam? Are any of y'all being affected by the fires that's going on in California? Any of y'all had to evacuate? Dr. James Rankin? I saw somebody that I used to call their name out that had left me and went somewhere else and talked about me for a while. So with that being said, I don't care if you over here, I'm just not going to say your name. Because I don't say I love you, yes I do, just because it's a saying. I mean it. What else you want?
More eggs.
Get you some more.
Just a little bit.
I can't eat much, y'all.
You can.
My breakfast bowl, I can't eat much, y'all. I got grits, bacon, eggs, and sausage. 1 piece of toast. But I'm on that Manjaro, and I can't eat much. At 1 o'clock, Miss Awana said, "Hey, AA."
Hi.
She said, "Hi." Shalonda Butts.
Can I have sausage?
Thank
you.
I can't eat much. It start tasting funny to me, and then I start feeling nauseous.
Papa, what are you doing?
I've been to California. I've been to LA one time. So I don't know enough about LA to tell you who's being affected. What did you say? Hey, Teresa Randy Mile. Some insurance companies have canceled the insurance plans in California. Is that allowed? And I heard they were canceled prior to. And I don't know their policy. I could tell you in the state of Georgia what we would do. But to tell you what California, that's just like with Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people didn't get paid. I can't eat much, y'all. I'm going to finish this little piece of toast, but I got my bowl. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'd rather drink my coffee. Because I start to feel sick. It won't let you eat much. Just a few bites or something, like you done had gastric surgery. And after that, you can't eat it. You'll feel sick. So I'm going to drink my coffee. Yeah, we still got it on the rooftops and stuff, but it's our roads that's iced over. No, I'm not going to no gym, baby. Thank you for telling me that, but I'm not going. Now, I hope you go to the gym. I hope you go. I'm not. You ain't even from here, are you? Because you know we got snow, right? Okay. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Okay. Okay. But I don't know about, now Bridget can tell you about it, DeMadre. But I don't know. See, when Katrina hit, a lot of people didn't have flood insurance. I don't understand that because New Orleans is below sea level. So I don't know why they don't have flood insurance. But I know State Farm and Allstate did not pay those people. That's why a lot of people relocated and didn't go back. Okay, I get them on out of here. Okay, Bridget, he's gone. And I'm going to tell you about my people, my faithful people over here. They ain't going to put up with nothing. They're going to highlight your comment. And if they feel you being disrespectful, they're going to get you out of here. So, if you think you're going to run over here because you mad at your content creator that you left and went over there and come over here and do something, you're not. I don't care what name you come back up under. I already done seen your name somewhere else. All right? You can go put your real name, your government name. But when I'm done with you, I'm not calling your name out. You know how to go when you don't do right, when your name ain't called in the Lamb's Book of Life. You just gonna burn. You just won't have your name called. No. I'm not talking about what they can and can't afford. That's not what we're talking about. We're not judging nobody for what they can and can't afford. It was a question asked on here. I'm not putting myself in it. I don't know the laws of California. But somebody said that the insurance companies was canceling people's insurance. That means they already had it. What you can and cannot afford, that's your business. We don't judge people like that over here. I got on this skirt. Kind of match my earring. So I don't know. I didn't even get off in the insurance. That's not what I was going to talk about. Okay. When I asked, I said I didn't understand why that they didn't have flood insurance because it's two different insurances. And you have to be careful with your insurance company. It was a content creator on here. I had to help her insurance company get her kitchen redone. Y'all know who it was, but I ain't going to call no name. But it was because they was trying to say her house flooded, but it didn't flood on the outside. It flooded on the inside. And it started behind her wall. You just have to be careful with insurance companies. Like when we went through that Arctic blast in 2023, in 2022, and it messed up everybody's pipes. A lot of folks didn't realize it until certain things started happening and they got their bill. But it was not a flood. So you got to be careful. And that's what I said about that. When it bothered me, because I used to work for an insurance company. It bothered me. I'll show you what I got on. It bothered me when those people could not get any money. You know, some insurances will mess you up. Just like they can drop your life insurance. You got to be careful who you with. Make sure you get with a strong insurance company. Because they can go out of business. But if they strong, like when Gulf Life used to be around and they changed to something else, just like get with good insurance companies for your life insurance. Alpha Insurance, Farm Bureau. Get with good ones, because these little small ones that people independently opening up, you might end up investing and they go out of business and they was not connected to a larger, and you're supposed to be compensated anyway if that happens. But depending on who your insurance commissioner is, honey, sometimes we let these people, I don't like Allstate or State Farm. That's just my opinion. They didn't do right by New Orleans. And when I file claims for people, they didn't do right.
In here, really? It's out there on the thing.
Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I work for an insurance company. I know about claims. I know about all of that. And I'm going to tell you something. Y'all better be careful the ones y'all get. They tell you, let me tell you something about Allstate and State Farm. They don't even want to put your roof on. If your roof calls you, if your roof is $20,000, they may only want to give you $5,000 and then take some away from your deductible. So believe me, you got to check your insurance commissioner that you elected and put into office. I'm trying to told you. So, you finished? Huh? I just want to thank forever. Yeah, that part. Let me get my other phone. They done stopped comments. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my glasses. You can call your elected officials out, your sheriff, and all the people you put into office. I requested to see ours one day. I had a situation go on. Let me tell you. So I got in contact with our elected official because somebody was needing a place to stay. And they had went through some trauma. And I went and reached out to the elected official that I had voted for. He was Republican, but I thought he was going to do right. I don't vote for people based on, I'm Democrat or Republican. I vote for people based on what they say. And I knew his daughter. And he's a millionaire. And he could have reached in his pocket and helped me. But instead, I had to do it by myself. And I went to a foreclosure sale, the cry out at the courthouse steps. And I paid cash for the residency for this person. And the Lord told me they were my assignment. And hey, Jacinta Titus, I love you, my African queen. And my South African queen. And they didn't help me. And I was disappointed. Next time around, I didn't vote. I felt like so many people, the more money people get, the stingier they get. I sit here and watch people waste money. I sit here and see some of y'all over there helping people battles. I don't come in. I don't see the name. I be under something different. And then when I come over here and tell you to get a supporter badge, $4.99, $60 doggone dollars a year, y'all can't. Or when I tell y'all, please turn it down before it messes up my page. Or if I tell y'all to send me some stuff, y'all can't. And I get it, so I don't ask. Because I feel like if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And so I work and have been in real estate for 20 years. Licensed. Cosmetology, I did it for 30. Would have been longer than that by now, but I stopped. And what I come to realize is, when I used to try to do short sales with some banks, Bank of America is horrible when it comes to short sales. State Farm, Allstate, people needed a roof. We could have had hail damage, and they didn't want to pay. So, I can tell you, I don't like Allstate, and I don't like neither one of them. But again, it's from experiences. Everybody, and you may not live where I live. And you may not, and see, it all depends on, and that's why I shifted my mama and so many other to Alpha Insurance. Y'all may not have it because Tommy and Gay, they get the job done. And I can go to Gay right now and tell her I want to buy groceries, and she'll give me $200.
I did it. I'm not telling no stories. I never did nothing.
And short sales is not an easy job because you want to get that house on the market in hopes that the bank will accept the offer that came in less than what, you pretty much owe on it. And so I'm not judging nobody, whether they got insurance or not. I seen a man say that he didn't feel like God was with him because his house burnt down. Every house burnt down but one. Hey, Rebecca. And then after, so yes, L.F.E and New York Life or Lifesaver. See, and we don't have New York Life here, the right bling. Progresso is, I haven't heard, we didn't have that many problems, but it was like, even when I used to try to do short sales, Bank of America and it was SunTrust, they were the hardest people to do short sales. They didn't want them. They'd rather you get a foreclosure. But if I get a foreclosure on this house, you're still going to sell it for less than what the person owed. So why you don't give them an opportunity to not have a foreclosure? Sometimes people going to go through hard things because how nasty. Let me tell you something. There going to be some banks you ain't going to hear their name no more. They've been so nasty to people. Some up with God's people. And they going to go away. You ain't going to hear about them. They're going to change names so many times. Hampton Bank, this bank, next thing you know, you don't hear about them. BB&B. You don't hear about BB&B Bank no more. Some places have been so crooked to people. So many places can't stay open because of middle class. They need us and they treat us bad. Make sure y'all sprinkle me. I think it's so sad. Hey, Rachel, Day Spewlet. It's on one of these potato ponchos. You're going to have to just type it in. It'll pull up. Thank you for the stars, Roberta. I just feel like we have to get to. I think God is speaking. We just don't want to receive it. I think we know it too. I think some of us know it from the age that we were raised to look for signs and wonders. I think we know it. Again, Farm Bureau, they say Geico is good, Aflac is good, Progressive is good. But I think we see it, like for instance, I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying those fires were started by somebody in California. But I don't understand some stuff. If California is so dry, why they don't drop bags of stuff and water and like do so much stuff in the course of the year so that those fires don't get out of hand so rapidly? Because it's the right. Have you thought about that? Their atmosphere is so right for a fire. You waiting on water to take them out. But it won't be water, but fire next time. Now listen, y'all. I can't tell y'all about every insurance company. I really don't know. I just know the experiences that we had with Allstate and State Farm. As a realtor, sometimes when we list houses, they need a new roof. And they would not replace them for the cost. Roofs can cost you $20,000 to $30,000 now. And they only want to give you $5,000 or $6,000. So I can't tell you. I don't know. I cannot tell y'all. I'm just like y'all. Where I live, they may not even have the insurance company you're talking about. So I can't tell you. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I can't say it's all about politics. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't like to blame everything on politics. I think we getting sidebarred. I think it's a distraction because it's so easy to believe that man do everything and won't believe that God is putting his route. Won't none of y'all believe that the wicked shall be turned into hell. That means into who you are and all the nations that forget God. And America forgot God. The reason why a lot of people use Allstate and State Farm is because they're cheaper. But they don't come through as often. Down here they don't. I don't know about nowhere else. So basically I had a piece of toast, 2 bites of my bowl. I still got my food over there. And some coffee. And I'm full. And I done lost. You ain't gonna be able to tell nothing yet. But I done lost. You see my chin? You see it? You see it? But so I don't know. I don't know. I hate the way the year's starting off. Tragedies. You know, to start a year off after you done spent all that money for Christmas. And your kids' Christmas destroyed. You running for your life. You got to evacuate. Like, I don't know how it creeped over. How it got that far to where it started burning houses. I don't know. Because in my mind, I would be thinking, did y'all see smoke? Y'all should have instantly started filling up those airplanes and dropping that stuff. So, I don't know. But I wouldn't stay back for my stuff. I mean, it's stuff. You can't take it with you. You may have to rebuild your life. But I wouldn't lose my life trying to keep stuff. Hey, Denise Foley. Is there any other thing y'all want me to discuss or talk on? Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to hold no grudges. I'm not mad at nobody. But when you show me who you are, I'm going to believe it. And when you sit around, I think we are people that want to be entertained. And we find everything amusing. And we're in a season where we just want people to make us constantly laugh. Even when we realize that what they laughing at ain't nothing to be laughing about. We want to be so controversial to anything that comes toward the body. And the body of believers help folks dog out the body of believers. We're one body. We exist in different members, but we're one body. A body of believers, a body of Christians is one big body. However you break it up, however you baptize, that's on you. But we are one body, having different members, having different forms of belief. But when you stomp your toe, don't the whole body feel it? When you hit your elbow, don't the body feel it? When you cut half of your fingernail off in your finger, don't the whole body feel it? The service for President Carter, to know who this man was, and he lived to be 100, he went through everything. Segregation, he went through it all. And he chose not to be a racist man, but help people, and I love that. We are one body. So I pray that topic with the little girl go away, because it's over with. I hope we don't keep dragging because we got something to talk about. It's over with. She gonna go to her church tomorrow with her church family. She ain't the first one. They just have the cameras on. Won't be the last. Same way when people, they go to mass. We don't judge them. Same way when those 2 black girls went over there to Dubai and was picking at that Muslim girl because her head was covered up and the only thing was out was her eyes, and she was lifting up her veil to eat and letting it down, and they videoed her. They put their behinds in jail for invading her privacy and picking at her for her belief. See, America gonna have to tighten up and get a little bit better. Other countries, you can't do that. So you can't judge nobody and constantly pick at them because they're different than you. If you go right now to Dairy Queen, half of those people from Jordan and India and stuff. They ain't gonna mix their fabrics. They're gonna have their dot in their eye. They're gonna put on their stenciling on their arm, and they're gonna serve you your ice cream. It ain't for you to say nothing to them. Why y'all dress like? It's because they can. Why did she apologize? Because that's how she was raised. What you think don't matter. When they tell you they all right with it, leave them alone. You making her stuff worse. And some people are only doing it because they're getting views. Topic views. Views that's going to get them some money and some commercials. That's the only reason. They don't care. So you would add like it's more stuff going on than that right now. We got so much. You see how quick we shift. Baby, we shift, honey, we shifted from R. Kelly to P. Diddy. We shifted from T.D. Jakes to a little girl that made a mistake. Oh, I was rhyming. We shifted from R. Kelly to P. Diddy to T.D. Jakes to a little girl that made a mistake. We just shift. Next hot topic, we just shift. We just shift. We don't know what we want to do. We don't even know. We don't. We can say it. We don't know. We have not the slightest clue. Nor do people care. We're not going to discuss it. You have to go look it up. I'm not going to advertise it. If you don't know nothing about it, you ain't missed nothing.
I tried not to, but it keeps going to the other side. And it won't stop. So it's your turn. Oh, it's only me on this one?
See, that's why I asked that question.
Mine got one strike. One strike.
With Betty Lowry, you didn't really watch that video. If that's what bothered you, I don't know why it bothered you, Betty Lowry.
I was so
With our respect, I don't know why that bothered you. And the reason why I say that, a lot of times when you apologize from the depths of your heart, you're going to cry. I do. I do. When was it wrong when you apologize that you cry? Number two, he did not talk rough to her about that communion table. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with people. Because some of y'all don't want to change your life. So anything the church tell you to do is controlling. But when you set a communion table to be served for communion, you don't touch it. You don't touch it, period. But when only the people that has been appointed, y'all know this, but maybe you didn't grow up in the church. But what happens is, for those that didn't grow up in church, is when they set that table for that sacred time, whoever said it and whoever is serving it is the only ones that can undress it and touch it. He wasn't saying she was going to condemn it only because she was pregnant. It was set. They were taking communion. Like, you ain't supposed to walk or talk or touch that table. You ain't supposed to do that. You wait for the shepherds. You either can walk or the deacons will bring the stuff around for you to take. They say don't give communion to the dogs. And you don't take it because you're hungry. But you let a man examine himself. You ain't supposed to touch it. I don't know why that's bothering people. And if you go look at the video, this when you know that you're going off of what other people told you. Because if you go look at the video, he didn't even holler at her. He said, don't touch that table. Because she was leaning to scoot over to get in front of the table, to be in the center of the room. You ain't watched the video. Because I don't understand how that is a big deal. I don't get that. I done went over there and looked at that video so many times. He didn't holler at her or nothing. You do not touch a communion table. But if you wasn't raised, I'm telling y'all this for y'all that wasn't raised in the Baptist church, the Methodist church, or any other church that's got a remembrance me table. You don't sit on it, you don't play on it, you don't touch it. Whether it's got any proof or anything, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it in a Catholic church. You're not gonna do it. And the thing about it is, he didn't holler at her or anything. All he said was, don't touch that table. And she kind of scooted because she was headed that way, but not intentionally. But it seems like to me, I would just advise people, stay home. If you don't want leaders to lead you, you're going to have to stay at home. You can't even work nowhere, but you would do everything. You just said it bothered you. I don't understand why it bothered you. You the one said it bothered you that he mentioned that table. Why would it bother you when you know the purpose behind the table? It could have been me. It could have been you. You ain't supposed to touch it. I don't go up there and touch ours. I don't know why that was bothersome to you. You know why? Because it's been planted in your head that something was done wrong. I don't know what was done wrong. You done put it in your own perspective that he told her not to touch it because she was pregnant. If you go look at the video, he told her not to touch it because she was finna touch it by accident with her clothing. He told her to scoot up and scoot out and move to the center. The next thing is, it was already set for communion. If something is set, if your company has something going on and they set up a projector and they tell you when you come in the room, don't nobody touch it. Don't touch that. The cloth was not off. The cloth was on. Go back and look. It was on. Miss Anna Griffin, the cloth was on. Let me pull the video up. The cloth was on. I don't play around with the communion table. I'm going to pull it up for y'all. That's a sacred time. You don't do something. You don't come to church to do what you want to do. You come to church to learn and to do better. If you're going to do what you want to do, then you might as well stay home. I mean, that's why I come. I don't come. I'm coming for leadership. I'm not coming, to challenge the, pastor when I could stay home.
I think I still have that game that you brought home. The other game that we got from the storage.
I'm gonna show you the table. That's right, Miss Andy Griffin. We only take the cloth off at that. So I'm gonna show y'all that the cloth. I'm not gonna play nothing. I'm just gonna show you that this table. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn this around and show y'all that this table was already set. The cloth. There it is. See? She stood right in front of the cloth. It was first Sunday. It was already set. You don't touch it when it's set. You don't touch it. Like this here, we better be careful. Christians, I'm only talking to true Christians that's trying to live a holy and separated life. We better grab hold and start standing stronger together, because the adversary is coming against God's house. And the enemy don't care. And he'll use anybody to creep in the camp. Now, they will ask you to pray for them, but they want to live a life that's not pleasing to God and don't find like nothing is wrong with it. People get mad when you even quote and tell them, oh, this is wrong. This is an abomination. You ain't supposed to do that. But if you see our sin, well, some is, but some are abominations. We gonna lose. And that's why John said he only saw 144,000. He didn't holler at her. But see, here's the thing. I want y'all to hear the part that people saying it bothered them. You know why it bothered them? Because they didn't want that man to say nothing to her. And the baby was broken because she was raised there. And listen how the church, when she said that, the church said, oh, it's okay. But you don't want to hear that. Listen what he tells her. Listen.
Don't touch that table.
That's all he told her. Don't touch that table. Listen, I'm just going to let you hear. Listen. He told her, don't touch the table.
I want to apologize to everybody in here.
Hold on, let me go back.
Because I am pregnant.
Right in front of you.
He said, come stand right here.
Right in front of the congregation.
Stand in front of the congregation.
Right in front of you. Don't touch that table.
Don't touch the table.
I want to apologize to everybody.
Let y'all hear it again, because I don't know why somebody picked this out to make a big deal. Listen.
Stand right in front of the congregation. Yeah, right in front of you. Don't touch that table.
I want to apologize to everybody in here because I am pregnant.
Listen to the church. Oh, but no.
I'm sorry, y'all.
But y'all said the church didn't feel sorry for her. Y'all said, no, he hollered at her. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's a lie. A liar will lie on a lie. And the enemy will lie on a man or a woman of God. Or we can't sin or mess up, but you can. I'm tired of hanging and dealing with people that don't respect my walk and my belief and what I stand for. I'm not going to be conformed to your world. You can't come to mine. Be not conformed, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. He didn't embarrass her, Denise Cook. See, y'all don't know the whole story. The parents got another video that explained this is their tradition in their church. This is theirs. Show it. This is theirs. I don't go to their church. And you got to understand how people raised. I don't have to worry about that. Mine ain't doing it. But I can't go in a Muslim sanctuary and tell them, no, you can't go to some. Do you know you got some churches that the woman can't do nothing? They can't preach. What's that man be on him? He a powerful man. The women have to wear white. Geno Jennings. They have to keep their hair covered up. Ain't nobody talking about that. They can't preach. They can't do nothing. That ain't a church for me. That ain't one for me. But I can't come in and mess up other people's beliefs. It ain't a big deal to me because I don't go there. Do y'all get what I'm saying? We don't go there. We don't go there. Consuela, you want to be blocked? If you do, let me know and I'll make it happen for you. Because you know how I sound. You know how I talk. You've been on here enough, but you don't get a pass either. I don't care how long people been with me. You don't get a pass. I can't do nothing about. See, that's what we don't understand. We help people try to come against us. Because y'all know good and well everybody church ain't ran that way. And y'all know good and well if that girl and her family saying they all right with it, she used to that. See, that's what I'm trying to understand. We don't touch the communion table. We don't. We don't touch it. I don't care. I don't even go in the pulpit. No, she was about to, Lisa. Her clothes. They told her to move into the middle, and her clothes. She was close to that table, and she scooted up. I remember when I cleaned the church, I had to get permission to go in the pulpit to clean the church because we wasn't allowed to go. I'm not concerned about it. I pray for her. I hope everything work out for them. You know, that's the whole thing, that it work out for them. Are you saying that it was right to make this child stand in front and apologize to the congregation? Okay, here's what I'm saying to you, Linda Carroll, because you asked a question with like you had sense. Thank you. And like you do have sense. Because you do. What I think don't matter. This is what I think. I know my child wouldn't do that, Linda. As a parent, it wouldn't go that far. But if I was in an organization and that was their practice and they had me believing that way, it probably would have happened. Because the mama said she had took her child in and they talked privately with the pastor. And she and the pastor agreed to it. Now, I believe she only needed to apologize to her parents, her set shepherd, God. The whole congregation didn't need to know. But like to drag it, it is not, I know my belief is not that way. God got her. But if that's her teaching, she ain't gonna listen to us. They said, it's a video on TikTok. And they said that we were making their lives miserable. What did you say? Auntie just want to pop in and say, hey, I love you. I want to apologize for getting pregnant with you. Okay, Darrell, you have been forgiven, my son. Yeah, that's their tradition. I don't. Some things shouldn't be. I agree, Patricia Robinson. It shouldn't have never made it to public. It shouldn't have. Come on, truth. Teach wisdom, Sister Tracey. Do you think the mom should have helped her out speaking? Well, I done told y'all it's a video on TikTok. And the mama said, Consuelo, I'm not her mama. I done told you mine wouldn't have done that. Her mama said that they went in a private meeting with the pastor. From there, she and the pastor and the little girl agreed to address the congregation. I don't know what else to say. She 18 years old. Let me ask you, do y'all get mad because people go do confessions in the Catholic booth? Do y'all get upset that people do confessions with the Catholic? What do y'all think about Catholics doing it? Her mom agreed to it. What do y'all think about Catholics' confessions? Y'all think that's wrong or right? Because, like, I don't know. I don't know. Mine wouldn't. I'm like Daisy Roach. Now, I done told you my answer. Mine wouldn't. I'd be like, that's it. We done went and talked to the pastor about this. That's it. You need to talk to God about it. That's it. Well, I think still, Sandra, I think she could have talked to her pastor. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree. I think the pastor as well, because he's a spiritual leader. Now, I'm going to leave it right. The whole congregation, no. The whole congregation, no. I don't think she had to apologize. But that's their teaching. Each church rules is different. But now, to her mama, and a pastor, yeah. I think that was good enough. God is the only one can forgive her.
I think the reason her parents agreed to it, they had to be in some
relationship
in that church.
That's what I'm saying.
They had to be in.
Like you hear what my husband said. He said he think the parents had to agree to that kind of stuff because they were probably in leadership at that church, and they teach it. Like we don't teach it. That we don't do that at my church. That's an old thing. I remember being a kid and seeing it done. I didn't know people still did it,
And his son got a girl pregnant. He went to the pastor of the church, even though he was an elder in the church. And he told the pastor that he was stepping down as an elder because of what his son had said. But they didn't take it before the church.
But see, they can't hear you all the way back there because that thing is going. Something, what's that noise? My husband was telling y'all something. He said that was a guy he worked with that told him that one of the elders of their church stepped down because his son had sinned and got a person pregnant. He felt like he shouldn't stay an elder of the church. I don't understand that.
I told my word to him was, did you commit the sin? No,
yeah, right.
You know, but that's just whatever they've been.
And I don't know who was behind that video machine, but they should have turned that video off. Whoever was running that church's videography, they should have turned it off. But it's been going on a long time because my cousin, she got pregnant, and in order to get back into the choir, after she had that baby, they set her down, her pregnancy, and after she had that baby, she had to get up before the church. I was there that Sunday, asked the church to forgive her so she could get back in the choir and so that she could sing with the church anniversary. But I don't think so. Me personally, I'm not making a big deal out of it. It ain't hit no trigger on me because I've been there, seen it. But I also know sometimes in church, we don't want people to tell us what to do. We don't want our kids to do right. Some of our kids can be horrible, and we in church praying for them. Let's be real. We want our kids. I want my kids to come back to church. But I respect people's way of doing things. I respect that because it's not my church. It's their belief. I respect that some churches are stricter than others, but do y'all remember me telling y'all never again? Never again for me? Do y'all remember me telling y'all never again will I let people have power and control over me? Do y'all remember me telling y'all that? Do y'all remember me telling y'all about can't wear pants, couldn't cut your hair, sleeves, long sleeves all year round, long skirts, penny loafers? Do y'all remember me telling you that? Do y'all remember me telling you was going to hell for everything? Do y'all remember me telling y'all that? Oh, Consuela, I'm so sorry. She said she lost her husband in September. I didn't know that. My deepest heartfelt condolences. This video is just something I didn't think they still did. Have I seen it before? Yes. Hey, McConey Clayton. I love you. Happy New Year. Do y'all remember me telling y'all the story about my friend? Do y'all remember me sharing some stuff about how people could play basketball, but they didn't let you wear shorts? I had a friend that had a full scholarship to college, but she was apostolic. And they had her as a backslider because she was playing. So when they told her if she continued, if she took that scholarship, they were teaching wrong, that she would be going to hell because she had to wear it showing her legs. I told y'all my story. So for me, it's not a trigger. I'm not going to pinpoint stuff just to pick at the pastor, and don't nobody keep talking about the parent. Ain't nobody talking about why her mama allowed this. And she 18. She could have not done it. She could have said, I ain't going back to that church no more. I ain't going back. But instead, she said she ain't asked nobody to do no GoFundMe. And the parents said they don't need no help. And if you listen to the video, he didn't tell her mama not to help her with the baby. He told her to help her with the baby. But he told her don't have a baby shower. And for me, you think that's something. Baby, that wouldn't be the end of it when I grew up. You know what would have been next? I'm going to see how old y'all are. When you got up and you told the church you were sorry, in the Pentecostal church, not the Baptist, and you repented, what did they do next? I'm going to see who remember. What did they do next? Who remember what we had to do? Y'all think that's bad. Y'all would really drag us. Who remember what we had to do next? Baby, you gonna find a good movie? What we gonna watch then?
Chicken.
We didn't say your daddy would do it, baby. We're not judging you. We're not judging nobody's church, Pamela Jones. That's not what we're saying.
Okay.
Now, I brought up Koji. I watched this at the first hand before. Yes, it's not right, period, only. Well, nobody knows what we would have done next. So y'all don't really know. Y'all ain't really experienced this. I said, after we asked for forgiveness, what would we have done next? Baby, no. No, everybody wouldn't have got around and hugged and kissed. AME church was not as strict as some other churches. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the Methodist church. It was not as... Methodist church is a lot different than a Baptist church. But what we did, Lisa Spates said, pray and holy oil. They would get us and they would pray. They would anoint our head with oil and take us in a small room. And they would make us tarry for the Holy Ghost. And we had to get on that altar or in that small room. And we had to say, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And we had to keep calling him until the power of the Holy Ghost fell. And then after that, we would have to keep coming to prayer meeting. And we'd have to keep tarrying until we were endowed with the Holy Ghost. It didn't stop with a tear. No. Y'all think I'm lying? You better pull up some old stuff. Ask some old members. Ask some people in their 50s, in their 60s, in their 70s what they had to do. Ask them what they had to do. I'm not lying. No, that ain't what I said, Hazel. See, that's what make me mad with y'all. Ain't nobody said nothing against the AME church. I was finna say something totally different about the AME church. So, no, I did not say that. I said the AME church was ran different than the Baptist church. Let me break this down because some of y'all messy. And some of y'all will not be on here for the whole year. Let me tell you what I was about to say about the Methodist AME because it's different Methodists, right? The Methodist AME church, we were structured just like them. Kojic and Pentecostals have bishops. Baptist churches don't, but Methodist churches do. Okay? I said they were ran different than the Baptist church. Methodist churches have bishops. They have a governing board like Pentecostals do. That's why I said it was a little different. The second thing with Methodist church is, a Methodist church, in order for you to get in that pulpit, the AME, you got to have a scholarship. You got to have a college degree. You got to have a college degree. Their structure was different. But see, you finna say, please don't. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was you finna sit up here and lie about? Please don't what? Please don't what? I'll wait. Because you didn't even give us time to get to you. See, that's why I know a lot of y'all don't really care about what happened to that girl. You just want to have something to discuss and give you another reason and go and say that's why the churches only got 10 people in there. That ain't why. Yes, because the Methodist AME, African Episcopal Church, they believed in education. Education of the slaves. Educate yourself. And there is nothing wrong with educating yourself. That is their foundation. They do more affirmations and things like that, and than a lot of churches. They have their whole list of affirmations and things like that they say, that when they get up, that they read. Their protocol in their church is different. I'm not saying they don't care. But baby, when you got through in that, I was brought up Baptist, now I'm Christian. For Baptist is Christian. Baptist is Christian. Yeah, but that lady, I never said nothing bad. I was just trying to explain the structure, the difference between. Now there's another one, it's Methodist Church. Then you got Methodist AME. I never said AME didn't have problems. Nobody's saying no churches don't have problems. I can't. Kojic got. Everybody got problems.
What's wrong, Mom?
No. They wasn't around, Melissa. Let me break that down. Baptist full gospel churches have bishops. Full gospel, Paul Martin started. Paul Martin came out the organization I'm in. He did that because he came out of the Church of God in Christ. So him and his brother James structured that like that. All right. But as a Baptist church, no, they did not have bishops. They did not. When I grew up, they didn't. The Methodist church did. Bishops was not in the Baptist church. I started off in the Baptist churches first. Full gospel, that's why it's called full gospel. At one point, they took Baptist off of full gospel. At one point, it was full gospel, right? That's all it was, full gospel. All right? And then they added the Baptist. So Paul Martin stumbled across the church that he had in New Orleans, right? St. Stephen's. He was actually headed there to preach somewhere else, and you know how that went. The story is that the man that was supposed to be coming wasn't there, and Paul stepped in. He remained and he helped the church. Next thing you know, he took it over. He was slowly teaching them people about holiness. I love Bishop Paul Martin, and he got an amazing story. And then after that, he continued to teach them, but he could not put them under Church of God in Christ. The Baptist church didn't want to go. So instead, it was Baptist full gospel. He turned it into full gospel because he knew the people was not going to leave the Baptist organization, but he was going to teach them Pentecostal. And that's why full gospel churches have bishops, and that's why they teach a little bit more. That's why they dance and they talk in tongues. Everybody dance and talk in tongues now. When I was AME church I was a little girl, and now I'm 71. They was smoking in the basement of the church. Well, now when I grew up, they used to have a little smoking section outside, but they got rid of that in the Baptist church too. Now the other Baptist organizations beside full gospel have bishops. Now Deacon Calvin. Okay, I said when I was growing up, they did not have them. Y'all talking present tense. We talking about my age group. They are starting to form them, but they did not have them. The Methodist church always had bishops. They always had it. That's why Methodist churches, see, and their bishops have control. In the Baptist church, y'all deacons have control. Let me break it down. In the Methodist church, if that church is running real good, no, I'm not talking about Mormons. In the Baptist church, if that's running real good, in the Methodist church, if it's running real good, they would take you and relocate you. They would take you and say, this church is doing good. We're going to relocate you to this church that's struggling. And a lot of Methodist AMEs, 2 years is really the most they leave. Sometimes they'll leave you a little longer if everybody doing good. But them bishops can uproot you, and they can. And the lady said, I'm a Mormon and we have bishops. And I said, I'm not talking about Mormons because I don't know nothing about Mormons. I know their beliefs are totally different than ours, and so I'm not talking about them, and I can't tell you nothing about them. I know they don't drink Coca-Cola, something to do with caffeine and chocolate. All of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I know they believe in that Gabriel, and I don't get into stuff I don't know. I'm not going to talk about nobody else's religion. I'm a PK. My daddy was a Baptist minister until he died. Okay. You are so right. They move my brother. Yeah, they move you. If you're doing good, they just move you. See, y'all don't understand. The Methodist people were structured in education. And they believed that they kept all their churches well grounded with educated people that have went to seminary school, some form of degree, a 4-year degree, a master's of divinity or whatever, that they would put educated teachers in, because some people go to seminary school and they haven't been called by God. They just are Bible teaching. They want to teach, they teaching, I'm trying to word my stuff right. They teaching, like a Christian school. Christian schools do not have to take the Gates test. Christian schools, you are telling the truth, absolute truth about Methodists. I'm not going to say that last part. Seventh-day Adventists also very educated. Okay, Michael said Seventh-day Adventists also very educated. Say, I don't know. I've never seen a black Mormon. Oh, I have. Oh, yeah, Mormons. They got black Mormons. You just ain't probably never seen no black Quaker. But they got black Mormons. If you go to Utah and all out there, you're going to see some black Mormons. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just chilling with y'all because it's a snow day and the temperature's dropping and the stuff is turning into ice and I can't go outside. But I don't have to stay on here. And I love talking to y'all. We discussing. We are not fussing. Huh? What did you say, Daisy Roach? I'm 64 and AME was strict. But my father was AME. My mom was holiness. We went to the AME in the morning and holiness in the holiness in the afternoon. My grandfather founded out of church, so I was mostly a family church. But Miss Tracey, I love everything you and your husband stand for. Next month I will pay for a year. Mr. Willie, no, my pastor. All right, Mother Dave. We are structured people. Let me tell you something. I wish y'all could get with Black history. But everybody, I love the fact that I want us as a people of color to quit looking at our brothers and sisters of other races the wrong way. God loves everybody. He really does. And we got to stop jumping on that bandwagon. We got to stop jumping on the bandwagon. Because sinners are going to drag us. We don't need to help them drag us. We don't. You are getting what we had here. Yeah. If you called by God, do you have to go to seminary school? No. According to your... Now, Etta, I don't know your organization, but I say no. But your organization you sit under may say yeah. I need to bless somebody today. I don't think I blessed them this year yet. Oh, y'all got all that? Let me see. Somebody been hot. I belong to Apostolic Faith United House of Prayer for all people. Lord Jesus. Is that the house of prayer that man, Pastor Allen, was over, Reverend Allen, out of Atlanta? Pamela Jones. Oh, you follow. You might be my kinfolk. Pierre Thomas, Sardis Baptist, Eufaula, Alabama. Perry, my grandparents now migrated him from Eufaula. I've never been there. They were graves.
Bob,
You are telling the truth.
Daddy.
Hey, Lisa. Lisa down there. I didn't think so, but I was just saying, you don't. Now, your organization may make you. If you Methodist, they may make you. I don't know. I don't want to know if that lady pastor is that the organization she in. Oh Lord, House of Prayer. Oh, I could tell y'all a story about that. Okay, because that House of Prayer story. Now that was a cult. Now that House of Prayer story, that was a cult. Wow, that was a cult. That was a scary one too. When I see House of Prayer, I always want to know that because I'm like, Well, anyway, I just wanted, I just hate that's happening to the people in California. And we got snow. We got so much stuff going on in different places. We have a church, Georgia. I don't know about that. Daddy Grace, what you mean? Everybody love their church. I'm not going to keep on ragging on that stuff. Everybody love it. If you choose to see it the way you want to see it. I choose to say it's time to put it to sleep. Let me say something to you. I don't know about how you all were raised. I'm going to say this with all my heart. I don't know how your mother and father raised you. And I know some of y'all were raised and y'all living a whole different life. Some of y'all mamas are doctors and lawyers and you dropped out of school. Some of y'all mamas and daddies are educators and you didn't want to be educated. Some of your mamas and daddies waited till they got married to produce a family and you didn't. Parenting, sometimes we don't fail our kids fail us. But in doing so, you're going to still be that mama. I don't care what nobody say. You're going to still be daddy. And you're going to still do for your kids. I thought you were, because I know, I got a deep story on that one, Kevin. I'm going to have to say that. I have to take you over on Bible study page to tell you about the House of Prayer and how closely connected some stuff happened. Tracey, why is it that when someone disagrees with you, have a problem with their opinion? Well, Hazel, you want to be blocked. Because ain't nobody here. We ain't even arguing. We ain't even disagreed. If you feel that way because you were the main one. You was the main one said we were finna say something against the AME church. So you itching for a scratch. And if you want it, you can have it. Because see, here's the difference. When you knowledgeable on something, you mad because this page did not go the way you wanted it to go. You mad because we start discussing our churches. You mad because you thought I was going to say something against the AME, but I actually got real people on here that go to church that spoke good. You was the one said AME had problems. We not talking about their problems. We actually giving them credit for being educated leaders. You the one come over here wanting to talk another direction, and we just didn't flow in your direction. Ain't nobody disagreed. What I was simply saying is we're all raised different. We can't blame a mama because I got out there and I gave my tail away. When you 18 years old, baby, you know what you're doing. When you 18 years old and you having a good time, you know what you're doing. When you're 18 years old, baby, you can go graduate and go into the United States military. When you're 18 years old and you drop your kids off to college, you got to go into orientation. And orientation tells you that the college is not going to contact you. The college is not going to wake your kid up. The college don't recommend that you go down there and wash their clothes. They going to make a man and a woman out of you. And when your child, you will get one thing in the mail from the college. And that's if your child get a pink slip. And if your child get a pink slip, then guess what? Your child is going to be on a probationary period. Baby, they only send that to you because you paying the coins for their education. But other than that, baby, when I tell you, mess around if you want to and think anybody in that college because you 18. Your parents did not fail you. You can't say the mama failed her. You can't say that. You know what you doing when you 18 years old. You grow up and learn that kind of thing ain't right. But while you was doing it, it surely fell out of sight. Let me tell you something. When you 18 years old, baby, you take your right hand and you lift it up to the United States of America military, whether it's the Coast Guard, the Air Force, the Marines, whether it's the Army, they gonna take you. You can't run and tell them, I'm the mama, she just 18. They don't care. 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 So when you say, why you get upset? See, people get mad at me. I'm up here. I'm the one talking. You ain't talking. My voice gets tired. My voice gets tired. You can't say her mama failed her. What you know about that? Big G-L-O-E-E-E. She didn't fail her. I was my mama Pentecost. I was doing my thing. I ain't judging her. I had the taste of my tummy with the taste of nuts and honey because I tried mine. I tried it and I liked it. I don't sit in church and judge people like I didn't come from a world of doing what I wanted to do. But I don't go to their church. So before your fingers do the walking, Hazel, get it right. Because see what you thought we were finna drag AME. Because you said they had problems. We didn't say that. We never said that. We didn't even say the Baptist church had problems. Everybody got their own thing. But I tell you right now, I work with youth. Okay, y'all, let me pin this, ladies. You are, though, it's not me. It's you looking for an argument. I was actually in agreement. Okay, Hazel, this is your last comment for me. Because at the end of the day, y'all, are we over here arguing? Are we over here disagreeing? You can't hear Hazel's voice, right? You can hear mine, right? Hazel don't have to type, right? Hazel don't have to say nothing, right? Where did we disagree with Hazel? Where are we disagreeing? Did we not agree that all of us go to different churches? So that's their belief. What does Hazel want me to do? Did Hazel give up her tutti frutti too? Hazel, I gave up mine. What you want me to do about it, Hazel? Hazel, I can't take it back. Hazel, I enjoyed it. When I was doing it, it surely fell out of sight. I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days have to go? Because I love them so. Do 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 boom boom ba doom ba do do do. What? Hey, Danae, what did I say wrong? We started naming different churches. What we say, Hayes? You about to make me turn into a gorilla. Because Hazel, you don't know nothing about me. Big Tracee. What you know? Huh? Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it because we got snow. And you jealous because we got snow. That's your problem, Hazel. You is jealous. I done took my glasses off, Hazel. You jealous, Hazel. Come on. You jealous. Put your chin up because you know you'll get knocked out. Watch your chin. You jealous, Hazel, because we got snow in Georgia. That's what it is. You want me to keep calling your name. Hazel. My Hazel loves me. My Hazel loves me. So that's all you're going to get. Because we having a good time over here. Baby, people got snow. Folks is inhaling smoke. People is in their house trying to relax their mind and let their conscience be free. And ain't nobody about you mad because we got some snow. You mad because it's a little snow. Hazel, sick of her. She is so jealous. Look at this snow on my roof. It's about gone, but Hazel, come on, man. We got a little snow. Come on, Hazel, now. Come on now, Hazel. We got a little snow in the woods, on the couch. Snow. Hazel's so jealous. I done never seen nobody so jealous of Georgia. Baby, we got snow. We snowed in. They canceled school. You're so jealous, Hazel. You need to get your life. You need to relax your mind. Child, people been going through things all their life. We got some snow, Hazel. And y'all can say, y'all can laugh at us all y'all want to. But look what God has done for us, Hazel. Look what he done. Look what God done. God done messed around and gave us some snow in Georgia. Baby, they got so many AVs and they got all their little cars and they little dirt bikes out there. They just making dirt. Baby, we just tearing up the snow on the ground, baby. Look what the Lord has done for us. Hazel, he wants us to be white as snow. We didn't even get to see the snow. Honey, he let Donald Trump, Hazel, and he let Biden and he let Donald Trump and Obama talk together at a funeral. Look what God has done, Hazel. You did not see that, did you? Didn't see that, did you, Hazel? You don't want to see it, do you? You don't want to see anything. You're so jealous, honey. Even God is a peacemaker. I sit there and I watch Donald Trump. He was talking to Obama. He probably saying, "You such a nice person to sit by me. You know, we need to have lunch together." And Obama looked like he was like, "I don't think so." And then he looked like he said, "But you know what, Obama? I'll tell you this much. We're going to have a good next couple of years. I think we're going to do, we can work something together." And Obama was like, "Yeah, I hope things get better." But that's all I got to say. We had a funeral. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't even see that good. You didn't, baby. They was talking. Baby, they was talking. And this how your grits look when you cook them right and they've been sitting a while. Baby, they don't just be, they still be smooth. You know, they still be so smooth when they've been not sit a while. Baby, let me tell you something. That's what we're not going to do over here. I said, Obama and Donald Trump is talking together. He was like, Donald was like, you know, we want to go out and look what he done. He said, go out to lunch or something. And then Obama was like, I don't know about all that, Donald. Donald was like, we're gonna work good together. Just be my friend, Obama. I'm like, oh, what you know about me? B-O-O-B-A-O-M-O-O. And so I don't know what's gonna happen. But Hazel got to go back to church. She got to go where the living waters flow. Hazel need to come over to the Pentecostal church and they put her on that altar and let her say, she have not experienced it till her tongue get dry. And you think that girl apologizing for that little pregnancy. Baby, that girl gonna do that again. She gonna hooch that man again. He gonna sign that birth certificate. They probably gonna end up getting married. I got some stories to tell you. But if you only knew, baby, if you don't really get it right with God, I can apologize to man all the time. I'm going to tell you something. I took my skirts off and messed around and put them right back. I put them back on and took them off because I wasn't ready to take them off. Amen. I can't even talk right now. Hazel got my tongue twisted. Hazel got on my nerves so bad. Obama was talking. Obama and Trump is going. That politicians get along. See, you know, the Methodists and all of us, we all going to be together on one accord. He going to come pick out who he want. Out of every organization, I don't know which one. I don't know which one is right. I just know where I go, and I'm gonna stand steadfast. She got me going in circles. You got me going in circles. So I want you to leave me alone because I don't want to block you because you supposed to already been gone. Talking about we were arguing because you just got mad because we didn't drag that preacher about that little girl. Don't you know that little girl gonna get her some motel? Don't you know she gonna get her some more pain? Don't you know she just got started? She didn't want to be pregnant, but when it was that good, he didn't know they were gonna get caught. That's that good sex. I ain't gonna lie. If you gonna be honest before God, that's that good sex. That sneaky sex, that's the good sex. That sex after Bible study, that's the good sex. The sex when you done skipped Sunday school and you know better and you know what the word said, you know you're gonna say, that's what. The one when you done went to the skate rink and you supposed to meet your friends and your boyfriend is there and you leave and you come back and ride with your friends, baby, that's a good sex. When I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want me to tell you. She just used her lips and said, I'm sorry, y'all. And she probably is. But she gonna do it again. And then he gonna be like, let's do it again. And she ain't gonna get caught. Because she already caught. So now he just like all the rest of them. He just keep filling her belly up and filling her belly up and filling her belly up, filling her belly up, and hoonching for 9 months. Ain't nobody gonna know. You know, because I can't see her sitting in her house and her mom and them just don't let her go nowhere. And just restrict her. And see, he probably don't go to church. He don't go to her church. And I wouldn't tell my daughter to marry nobody that young. Because she got pregnant. And I'm going to carry my grandbaby around. Let Kelby get one out of wedlock. I wish she would. I'll be gorilla. I wish she would say something about my grandbaby. Let her bring 3 or 4 in him and they ain't got married. You ain't going to put her in heaven. I'm going to turn my lip to the side like gorilla and be like, what you know about me, big Tracee? I wish you would. I'm going to love my grandkids. Regardless. And I'm going to have a baby shower. And yes, I've been down that road where they told us when we were growing up we could not have baby showers. I don't let people have control over me no more. I don't let them have dominion and power over me. I only let God. Because now I know who God is and not who my pastor is. You don't know if your pastor's somewhere smoking weed. I don't know. But guess what? If he don't want to serve him, I'm going to serve him. And guess what else? If I mess around and mess up, I didn't mess up with you. I told y'all I can't eat nothing on that shot. If I mess around and mess up, you can think what you want to think. Okay. I can come tell the whole church I'm sorry. God know my heart. Don't come for me. Because if you didn't come for David, don't come for me. If you read about David, don't come for me. David was a man after God's own heart, but all David did was take other people's wives and hunch them. Why do you think the book of Proverbs was wrote by Solomon, telling his son, Solomon's son, David's grandson, don't be like me and your granddaddy, because we were some hoes. I'm just telling you, I'm paraphrasing. That's what they were. Go read it for yourself. Go read it. Every time David took over a city or killed the king, he took their wives and their daughters. I don't know what number wife Bathsheba was. I don't know if she was number 11. I don't know what number she was at that time off the top of my head. I don't know if she was number 3. But when he got with Bathsheba, he already had wives. He already had them. And then he wanted somebody else's wife. But you read about him. Can I go on somewhere? Judge me. You can judge me all the way. You can judge me to hell if you want to. But you won't see me there. I wonder if I meet you there. Judge your pie. I think she's going to have a pretty baby. And I don't care what nobody says. If that things don't get better, you'll find out her, that baby, and the mama done left it. All they got to do is leave that church and go somewhere else. You gonna tell me where to go? I'm not at the house for prayer. I go where I want to. I be Baptist sometimes. I be Methodist. I be Church of God in Christ. I be PAW. I don't care. I read my Bible for myself. I love good church service. Baby, let me go on over here to this Baptist church this Sunday because I want to hear a choir. Y'all, that's your problem. While you're worried about that girl, you need to go on and have a meeting and figure out why the churches ain't got no choirs no more. That's why people ain't at the church. The choir gone. All y'all want to do is praise and worship. I get tired of praise and worship from them. Nothing wrong with them, but my God, how many slow songs you gonna sing? I mean, I want to hear the separation in parts. And I'm just tired. I mean, and then on top of that, y'all talking about that girl. Get on somewhere. You got some churches now, they don't even look like churches. They look like a whole concert. They got a stage and everything. They got lights and everything, and that's their business. But the way churches look, our church is so outdated. Our church look like it's 1968. That's when I was born, honey. Don't nobody do those. They don't do them wooden things. They do glass, everything, the communion table, everything is see through. Even them. Don't mess with me today. Just let me. They jealous. That's all it is, because we got snow. Let it snow. You be Christian. I'm Christian, period. I'm gonna stay DL who I am. And he gonna. Now, I'm not talking about walking in sin, but God gave me a sense of humor. I'm gonna use it. God bless me. Let me tell y'all something about Facebook. Social media is a platform. Thank y'all for the star. During the pandemic, we made crazy money. Okay? Even now, I could draw disability because of my diagnosis. And I ain't getting into all of it. But why would I draw disability when social media pay me more than disability? But when I look around and I think things over, so many people wasted that money. They didn't pay tithes. They didn't do nothing. They don't have nothing to show. Here's a little thing I did when me and my husband first got married. I had 2 commands to do. One was every year of our marriage, I wanted to be able to save at least $1,000 for the amount of years we was together. So that would mean by now we had $37,000. The next thing I did was every income tax, when I could get income tax credit before I started making too much money, I would buy something to show where my income tax money went for the year. In other words, I would buy a big item, a TV, a microwave, something big to show that I spent some of that money for a good purpose and that I didn't go shopping. Then I would take some of that money and put it in the Christmas club at my credit union. And then I would take a little for vacation. Because we didn't always go on vacation, but Christmas was most definitely going to happen. Okay? And so the moral of my story is, the moral of what I'm trying to get to is, if you choose to live your life according to the book of other people and what they did with their money, if you ain't going to live it with that, don't live it with your Christian walk. I'm not going to blow. I wash my hair. That's why it look like, that's why I'm kind of looking like Sam Cooke. But if you don't govern your house according to everybody else's, you don't have to govern your walk according to everybody else's. If you go read about everybody that we talk about in Bible study, they were not upright and perfect. Now, it said Job was, and that he eschewed evil. He didn't have nothing to do with it. He minded his business, but he still was afflicted. He was tested. And so, you know, we lose things, we gather things, we go through things, we have hardships, we have things that we don't quite understand. But I didn't choose to spend my money the way everybody spent theirs. I choose to save it. And then I chose to take some money and redo my kitchen and stay in a house that was paid for. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm finna get this camera. Let me get him out of here. I chose to save mine. I don't know what they did. I chose to save mine. Oh, I missed the choirs also. Then I chose to keep the house that was paid for instead of going out buying a new house, having to pay me, and this app go away. I didn't. I did keep mine. I did. I didn't waste it. And I did give y'all. I give y'all every year. And I'm trying to wait to get paid to bless somebody for January. But that we don't get paid to the 23rd, and I'm not rushing my life. It wouldn't make no sense. We don't make what we used to make, but you still can use wisdom. We still make money. We make decent money. And now you finna have all these people from TikTok try to come over here. And don't let nobody play you. Don't let nobody use y'all. All right? Don't let nobody take advantage of y'all. They're going to try to come with the same structure, with that gaming system, and challenging it, and asking you to drop this and give. And a lot of them going to get in trouble. You know, reaching like that. But all I could tell you is, when it gets down to the wire, you have to govern your own life. And I know we can discuss over here. And when people get upset, and I'm finna let y'all go, when people get mad at me because I know the truth behind something. When that lady started saying, when people disagree, I argue. How are you arguing when you disagree? It's called a discussion. And if you can't decipher the difference, of discussing and fussing, then you don't need to be a part of the conversation. And if you don't realize that I'm the only one talking and you listening and I'm reading your comment, that my voice get tired, then you don't need to ask me nothing. Because I don't know how to make people happy. And I'm not going to try. I'm not going to put myself in no stretched out position. You realize I think I can hear you, but I know you can hear me. Do you realize it looked like I'm sitting here talking to myself in a mirror? Do you realize it looked like I done sat here like Willie Lump and had a whole conversation with a bunch of people that I have not met? Do you realize I opened up my house for people to see that I ain't hung my pictures up, or that I haven't fully decorated it yet? Do you realize that I open and share with y'all and y'all don't open and share with me? I don't have to worry about y'all coming up on no live because you ain't going to do it. So we don't be arguing. But when you have a topic of discussion, Letitia Jones can be different view from Elizabeth Torres. I'm trying to keep up and read. I got to read Tar Saverson's comment. I'm trying to read as I discuss with y'all. And this thing goes fast. And then you're dealing with scammers just popping up left and right because they looking to get people and to use folks. And they think women are so desperate. All these men want to tell you how pretty you are. Let me tell you something. You beautiful. And you fearfully and you wonderfully made. Now, don't nobody else got to tell you how beautiful you are. I see your beauty. And it's inside out. It is not just skin deep. I remember it was a guy that I used to do his finger waves. And he was a little pimp. And I'm not judging him, okay? I knew he was a pimp. Because I had to put his finger waves in and everything. And he gave me good money. I did drug dealers' hair. I did pimps' hair. I did prostitutes' hair. I didn't care. And he did a little slogan for me. He was like, beauty is skin deep. We've all heard that before. But in New Trends by Tracey, she can give you so much more. I don't know if he's dead or alive. But Stefan wrote that for me, baby. And they would come get their pin curls and their finger waves and everything. Because I was open for business. But I don't use nobody. I don't bother nobody. Oh, ma'am, you can send it in the mail if you want to, Daisy Roach. P.O. Box 32, Cassville, Georgia, 30123. That's P.O. Box 32, Cassville, Cassville, Georgia, 30123. Pamela Butts, I will be getting your cake to you. I know you're in California. We had snow. But if all well, next week, and you all are good in California, I'm going to get you a cake and some desserts out there to you, Pamela Botts. And thank you for being patient. Y'all got to make it. We got to make it together. Deacon Calvin pen what you just wrote. You can Zelle or you can send it. My Zelle is New Trends. That's NEWTRENDS 2001 at yahoo.com. I want y'all to be good to yourself and relax your mind. I want you to quit worrying about things. I want you to find the joy and the peace in your life. And if by chance you've lost a loved one and you just can't get over it, think on those good things. Think on the things that were true. I want y'all to go find that show I told y'all about. I want y'all to go find The Last Days of Totally Gray. It's amazing. Totally Gray was, that was a good movie. And I want y'all to think on some things. And I want y'all to understand that we are all, honey, traveling through a barren land. And we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to survive. And we're all trying to do what we can do. And we're all trying to make it. And we're all trying to look at life and the much life that we have left. And some of us are even asking, where do we go from here? Some have lost their husbands that was a part of their life and the life that they created for each other. Mom and daddy gone. Some of us sisters and brothers. Some whole people, the whole entire family gone, and you the only person left, like Jean P. Conley Sanders or Mother Joyce Anderson Journey that just laid to rest her husband in October. Amen. So we can't get on him constantly wanting to battle about what somebody else chose to do with their kid, what they chose to do at their church. We got to stay focused. And I'm saying that for Tracey too. As I get ready. Hey, Monique, as I get ready to go. I hope you're okay out there in California. Focused, fruitful, and faithful. Because at the end of the day, it's just a topic of discussion for us. But in reality, it is somebody's life. All right? And with our minds clear. What I say to one, I say to all, love your neighbor like you love yourself. That's deep right there. What I say to one, I say to all. Love covers a multitude of faults. And what I say to one, I say to all. I love you. Yes, I do. Somebody said I didn't do a Black History fact today. Okay, let me do a quick Black History fact for you. My Black History fact today, and I don't have my book, is about superstitions. Very superstitions, the writing on the wall. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer because that is superstition. Superstitions began with slaves because they believed in any and everything to help them or to hope them. They didn't always use the word help, they used the word hope. And what they did was they began to take certain things and put it in a category to protect themselves so that they would not be chastised. You know, we had so many. One was the new year, you need to eat collard greens and you need to eat black-eyed peas and things like that so that you would have money come into the house in the beginning of the year. Superstitious things, traditional things. The next one was only a man could enter into your house in the beginning of the year. It had to be a man and have the man to make sure he has some money in his pocket. That also was a form of good luck. It was also a form of if you saw the horse, and if you saw the horse on the right side of the street, it was good luck. If you saw it and it was on the left side of the street, it was bad luck. Step on a crack, you break your mama's back. Sweep me with a broom, I gotta sweep you back. If you wash clothes in the beginning of the year, you washing somebody out the family. If you don't have the house clean, when the new year comes in, then your house will be dirty all year long. And it went on, and you could probably name some superstitions. They didn't really, we begin to believe it. It's not something that's factual. It hasn't been backed up with science. Even astronomy is a part of superstition. You look at people that work in farmers, they look to astronomy, they look and they determine when they're going to plant. They determine when Black people especially used to determine when they were going to cut their hair according to the amulet. They did not cut it at a certain time. If it was a full moon and you got you a little hoochie pie, they said you would end up pregnant because the moon was full and you was about to be full. They are superstitions. There's nothing to back them up. They were things that we created, that we begin to believe in. In other words, you may not like it. And I may not like it. But sometimes the things that we believe in that are not necessarily true, we end up causing problems on our own self because we believe it. You know, the Bible say, whatsoever a man thinketh or believeth, so is he. So if you spill the salt, that would be a problem. And it went on and it went on, trimming the hair on the full moon. And slaves did that. All right. And it's so many. And African biblical studies will let you know about the different things that we did. Splitting the pole. That's right. You know, you couldn't split the pole. You had to walk on the same side. That was considered bad luck. You know, and we did it for so many reasons. In other words, sometimes you be careful because you can become a hypochondriac. Whatever somebody else did, you believed. They could make you sick because they sick. You sit around here and tell them you sick. They say, I'm sick. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So if I sit around here and listen to your condition and I think, oh, I got that too. Oh, where is it? Oh, I do too. We ain't got the same condition, but I can become a hypochondriac. But anyway, it was meant out of love. It was meant out of respect. We also had so many other things that we begin to name. We begin to believe in Taurus the bull, Capricorns, Geminis, two-faced, you know, people, the twins. We begin to think and believe and stuff like that. You know, some people even wanted to go as far as to take superstitions into witchcraft and sorcery, because I'm going to tell you a quick story and I got to go, because there's a plant that grows in Africa, and the witch doctors in Africa knew how to brew this plant. This is a true story. You can look it up. And they would take this plant and they would brew this plant. And if Coney Clayton told them that they needed me to take care of somebody, what they would do is get this plant and create this type of stuff, and they would blow it in people's faces and stuff, or either the people would consume it some form of fashion, and it would actually put you almost in a comatose state, and they would check the pulse. And what it does is it slows the heart rate down so to where you can barely feel a pulse. And they would pronounce the people dead. And then they would bury them alive. And they only buried them the same day. And so they would take the people and put them in a wooden box and put them in the ground. And there's a story, it's actually a documentary called The Walking Dead. And the man and more other people that had that done to them from the witch doctors, because you know the superstitious part was in there, they would beat themselves out the ground. They did not bury them 6 feet deep in Africa at this time. I don't know what they do now, but they would speak. And they would do that, and then when they would see the people back up out the graves, because they had dug themselves out the wooden pine boxes, it could take days or weeks that some of them made it out. Some of them probably just suffered until they starved or didn't have oxygen. And so therefore, that is also a practice. And whatsoever a man, is just a form of belief, and superstitions become so prevalent in the slaves and black communities because they felt like doing these things and these rituals would keep them safe and to live another day and to not be whipped or beat or tortured by their slave owners. All right, now that was your Black History moment for today. I have so enjoyed y'all. We've been on here a long time. And I guarantee you, some of y'all will still say, let's do Bible study, right? Yeah, they was buried alive. But it was like they didn't know it because, see, that's empty. But Avery like grits. So I will put these in just to add a little water tomorrow. And they'll be all right to warm up. We don't waste them right here. Well, yeah, they was buried alive because it was the flour that they used, the concoction. See, in Africa, they had witch doctors. And people would go to them to cast spells on folks. And all they were doing was using what they had. And they had found some type of plant. But there's a documentary about it. You can look it up for yourself. Go to YouTube. Anything you pretty much want to watch. Hey, Wanda River. Anything that you really want to watch, it's on YouTube. You can find it. I'm going to go in here and see. My kitchen is clean. My kitchen is clean. I'm going to go in here now. I done laid out some stuff. Let me show y'all, and I'm going to let y'all go. I laid my stuff out to start cooking this evening. I don't have to worry about what we're going to eat tomorrow. These are collards. All they got to do is unthaw. This is some dressing. Gonna make a small pan. Gonna make a sweet potato souffle. And these are my short ribs. I'm gonna put on in a little bit. And these right here, this is some leftover, I forgot what this is. But when it unthaw, I'll find out what it is. And that's what we have. And I think I got enough stuff to make Avery a small macaroni and cheese. And I'm gonna make some cornbread. But baby, I ain't eating much. And that's what we got for dinner. And I'm not letting my husband go nowhere on this road. And when this unthaws, I'm gonna put it on. And that's what we're gonna have. Thank y'all. My house is just as simple. I haven't started decorating. For some of y'all, I'll turn it back off the camera over here. I'll let y'all see. I haven't started to do no decorating. Plus, it's kind of messy from the holidays. I got stuff everywhere. In every corner, my baking stuff is out. But I'm going to get it back right, okay? I'm going to get it back right. I got stuff everywhere, but I'm going to get it back right. My sunroom, I got stuff everywhere. When I tell y'all, this house is a hideous mess. It's a hideous mess. You all right, A.A.? Tell them, hey. You good? I gotta work on her hair. I just got stuff everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Everywhere I go, there is trouble. Y'all, we got snow. Hold on. Y'all don't understand. This was a big deal. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hold on. What you know about me? Hold on one second. I ain't even put my... Oh, y'all. Don't hate. Oh, Lord. Lord, look at that snow. And it's cold. Whew. Baby, don't hate on that snow. Look at that. It's still cold out here. Good God Almighty, it's cold out here. Good God. Baby, it's cold out here. What you know about me? I got to clean my house 1, 2, and 3. And I'm on finish. I got to decorate. Ain't done nothing. But I love y'all. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go. No, let me go because I'll be done walking on the other side of the house. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. I almost start walking with y'all. Y'all been all up in my business. I don't know what my husband back there waiting on me to do. Am I going to go to the church? Marissa Smith, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Marissa, today because you care for me in such a special way. If you need me, just call me. Send your number, I'll call you back. Girl, you know I got your back. And Pamela Butts, honey, I wore my black bag, cause I was finna walk somewhere y'all need to be. I wore that black bag the other day, baby. You can tell me nothing. Somebody said, well, you get that California. Who gave it to you? Honey, that girl named Pamela Butts. Baby, Pamela good to old girl. Pamela go get her cake, red velvet, throwing some extra stuff in that, Pamela. I pray, honey. McConey, come over and eat with me one day. I owe you and your wife for dinner. Don't let nobody talk about me. Y'all let gay people come to my house. And I'm going to get to the door. It's my house.
Go get the
and
door.
I live here. And with that being said, who I want to come over here, I'm not going to call a pastor and ask them. I'm not going to ask them. I love you. Let me go. See, Mother Johnson, I see y'all. Got to go do Avery hair. See y'all later, honey.